Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'll be showing you how I drafted the upper bodies of this beautiful bustier dress with yoke and basque waistline. The down part is a pencil skirt with board contouring. If you want me to make a video on how to draft the skirt part, let me know in the comment section. For the gown sleeve, I have a video on how I drafted and sew it on this channel. You can go ahead and watch that video. Now let's dive right into the tutorial. I've already drafted the half scale basic bodice block, so if you don't know how to draft this, you can check the video on this channel. I'll drop the link to the video in the description box below. So this is the front piece and this is the back piece. Here is the center front and here is the center back. For the front piece, this is the chest line, bust point, under bust and waistline. And for the back piece, this is the chest line, bust point and waistline. The back bodice does not have under bust, okay? The front waistline is longer than the back waistline by 2 inches, which will be eliminated from the side bust dart later. So I'll go ahead and cut this pattern to separate the front and the back piece. Now to alter this front piece, first I'll divide the shoulder into 2 equal parts and mark. Then I'll connect that point on the shoulder to the bust point. Next, from the starting point, I'll come down by 5.5 inches. I'll mark the same 5.5 inches on the armhole. Then connect the point with a straight line. The next thing I'll do is the overbust tightening. From this line, I'll mark 0.75 inch this way and 0.75 inch the other way, so that altogether I have 1.5 inches. If you noticed, I did not let the dart to start from the bust point. I came down by ½ inch, so I'll also go up by ½ inch from the bust point. I do this to avoid any sharp or pointy look at the bust point. I'll connect the overbust to the ½ inch I came up by on the bust point, and next I'll tighten the underbust, and to do this I'll divide the underbust circumference by 4. The underbust I'm working with is 29 inches. So 29 inches divided by 4 is 7.25 inches. I'll measure and mark 7.25 on the underbust line without including the dart intake. Just watch what I'm doing, okay? After marking the 7.25 inches, I measured the excess I have left and it was 1 inch. I'll divide the 1 inch into 4 and mark 1/4 of what I got, which is 0.25 on this side, as in the center front, and then the remaining 3/4, which is 0.75, I'll mark it on this other side. Let me explain this. So whatever excess you get after marking your under bust measurement, just go ahead and divide it by 4. Mark the smaller portion, that is 1/4 of what you get, on the center front part, and then the larger portion, which is 3/4 of your value, on the side front part. I hope this is clear. Next, I'll place my curved ruler this way and connect the points. I'll flip it over like this and connect the points as well. I'll connect it back to the dart leg like this. From the neckline, I came down by 3.5 inches. Then I connected it this way to have a sweetheart neckline. After that, I connected this other part and blended it into the armhole. The neckline on this pattern is 3 by 3 inches, but I'll alter it to 4.5 inches by 4 inches. I made a little curve right there at the center front and came down by 3 inches from the starting point. I connected the points with a straight ruler and a curved ruler. I'll just go ahead and make the lines more visible with a marker pen. So this is the yoke and this is the center front. And the arrows indicates that the center front is on fold. I'll come back to the side bust dart later, but for now let me cut out the pattern. I'll connect this part of the yoke to make it more visible, then I'll cut it out. I'll use the arrows to indicate that the yoke is also on fold. What I'll do next is to fold this in this way, so you can see this part is a bit shorter. I'll bring a piece of paper, place it under it and tape it down. I'll use the curved ruler to reshape that part, then cut off the excess. Then I'll open it up and place the sellotape back on this part, and then I'll cut it out. You can see that they are now equal after I made that adjustment. So to eliminate the side bust dart, you can either fold it in like this, making sure it rests on the bust point line, or you slash it this way and place it on the bust point. I prefer the second method because it allows your pattern to relax well. Now, I'll tape it down this way and reconnect the line. I'll cut this out and label the side front. The front pattern is ready with the yoke. I'll work on the basque waistline later, but if you don't want yours to have a basque waistline, you can go ahead and leave it like this, okay? To add seam allowance on the fabric, I'll be adding 1.5 inches on the side front, half inch on both sides for joining, and then half inch at the waistline and also half inch at the neckline. On the yoke, I'll add half inch all round except for the center front, of course, which is on fold. When cutting this on fabric, you cut out 2 pieces for the side front, 1 piece for the center front as it is on fold, and 1 piece for the yoke, which is also on fold as well. Now, to alter the back piece, I'll label the center back and the side back. On the neckline, I came down by 4 inches from the starting point, and the neck width is 4.5 inches, just like I did for the front neckline. I'll bring the front yoke and then place it on the back piece and trace out the neckline. I'll use my ruler to connect the shape well. To tighten the waistline, I came in by ½ inch, then connected it to the neckline. Then I added 1 inch zipper allowance and connected it this way. From the starting line, I came down by 6 inches, then connected the straight line. I decided to give it a slanted shape instead of the straight one, so I'll be cutting out the slanted shape, not the straight one, okay? I extended the dart by 1 inch above the chest line, then I connected it this way. It's time to cut the pattern. So this is the back yoke. I want the dress to be dartless at the back, so I'll just eliminate the darts on the pattern paper by slashing it this way. Then I'll place them on each other like this and tape it down. This way, I'll cut out 1 piece each for the back, and there will be no joining or darts when sewing on my fabric. To add seam allowance on the fabric, I'll add ½ inch seam allowance on the armhole, the neckline, the zipper allowance, and the waistline. And then on the side back, I'll add 1.5 inches seam allowance. On the yoke, I'll add ½ inch all round. So loves, the front and back patterns are ready, as you can see, and this looks so beautiful. Now to have that basque waistline, I'll place the front pattern on each other like this and tape it down. Next, I'll place a fresh pattern paper under like this and tape it together as well. From the waistline or the half length, I came down by 4 inches, which is the standard measurement. Anything above 4 inches will make you uncomfortable when you sit down. Then I connected it to the side like this and cut out the excess paper. I connected the bust span line using a straight ruler, then I cut it out. Now we have the basque waistline on the pattern, and you can see it's very easy to draft. I've cut out the patterns on my fabrics with the necessary seam allowance, as you can see. So if you enjoyed watching this tutorial, please give it a massive thumbs up, click on the subscribe button and turn on your post notification bell so you get notified each time I post a new video. You can also share this video with your fellow soulmates and drop a comment in the comment section. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.